Segregated prisoners were freed in exchange for no more than teaching the Muslims to read. In short, Islam gives a message of moderation and mildness. Again, when Makkah was conquered, everyone was provided safety and security. All the prominent leaders of Mecca who had striven hard to harm the Muslims were forgiven. It was proclaimed, nothing will be done to you if you live in peace, whether or not you accept Islam. The Holy Prophet ﷺ used to treat Jews, Christians, and non-believers with sympathy and tried to help and benefit them. That is why the promised Messiah ﷺ took this pledge from us that we will be sympathetic to all creatures of Allah the Almighty. Then there is the pledge that we will maintain the love and obedience of the promised Messiah ﷺ above all worldly considerations. Therefore, this is the firm pledge that an Ahmadi has taken. Allah the Almighty says that it is your bounden duty to fulfill this pledge. This pledge is a trust that has been given to an Ahmadi, and that every Ahmadi who takes it should keep in mind that Allah is watching over what he has pledged to do. Neither slumber nor sleep touches Allah the Almighty. He is constantly watching the extent to which every Ahmadi is fulfilling his pledge, or whether he is indulging in an act that might cast blemish on it. Always remember that it is possible to hide things from your fellow beings, but nothing can be hidden from Allah the Almighty. Therefore, after making this pledge to consider a small virtuous act as unimportant is tantamount to not safeguarding a trust. Besides the spiritual trust, you have also been given a worldly trust to safeguard, and that is your country and its administrative system. It is important for you to fulfill this obligation as it is to fulfill your spiritual or religious obligation. How are you going to fulfill these obligations? First of all, the right of a country is that its citizens should remain faithful to it. Indeed, it is a tradition of the Holy Prophet ﷺ that love of your country is part of your faith. Therefore, it is essential for every Nigerian Ahmadi or those who have come from different countries and are nationals of their country to fulfill their pledge of loyalty to their respective countries. Only then will this trust be safeguarded and your obligation discharged. A laborer should work with the intention that his effort will contribute to make his country stand alongside the advanced countries. A farmer should invest his labor in such a way as to make his country agriculturally self-sufficient and never be dependent on others. An employee must work honestly to discharge his duties and use all his faculties and capabilities to contribute positively to the gross national product. An industrialist must raise the standard of his products with the intention of fulfilling his obligations and discharging his trust so that the country can be counted among the advanced countries. A government employee should fulfill his responsibilities honestly, and politicians and leaders should discharge their obligations in the truest manner. They must remember that Allah the Almighty has given them this opportunity. always remember that many third world countries, by which I mean developing countries in Asia and Africa, have remained under the yoke of slavery for a long time. If we do not meet our obligations or do not fulfill our trust, some countries of the world have their eyes on our resources and might use them to their advantage. If because of our shortcomings they do succeed in acquiring our natural resources, we will go back to the condition where we were 50 years ago. Therefore, we will have to strictly adhere to our pledge and fulfill our obligations so that a stranger dare not cast an evil eye on the resources that Allah the Almighty has blessed us with. May Allah the Almighty make every Ahmadi, every Nigerian realize his responsibilities, to discharge his trust and meet his obligations, so that Nigeria can really stand shoulder to shoulder with the advanced countries of the world. For this, it is the duty of every Ahmadi to pray and supplicate, because without the mercy and beneficence of Allah, trusts and obligations cannot be discharged or fulfilled. May Allah also enable every Ahmadi to pray fervently, especially during these days of Jalsa, for themselves, for the Jamaat and for their country. Allah help you. Now we shall offer silent prayer. All of you join me in that dua. Ameen.
إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله.
Huh?